When plants die in your garden, what do we all do? We blame ourselves. I have to tell you, it's not your fault if plants die in the garden. What I find is many of us are dealing with imperfect soils, heavy wet soils, clay soils, or soils that have been compacted by bulldozers, heavy equipment, to the density that's harder or thicker than concrete. And so our plants don't thrive. But there are a lot of things that we can do to improve our soils. If you have poor soils, within 3 years, you can have a perfect environment that will help your plants grow year after year after year. Be it trees, shrubs, flower gardens, annuals, or vegetables. There are a couple easy steps that you can do right in the beginning that'll ensure your success. I always like to have a nice, loose soil. So let's look at some of these things that will give you that environment for your plants. Have you ever heard a $10 hole for a $2 plant? Well, there's a reason for that saying. It's really important that you prepare the soil even before you think about what kind of plant goes where, because that's the most important factor. A lot of us are dealt with a given soil like this, which, you know, these make great mud balls. You know, they don't crumble, they make nice round balls, and if you actually threw this against a block building, it would stick to it. That really isn't healthy for a plant environment. What you really want is soil that crumbles, and when you work the soil, it's important that it's not too wet, because once you do work your soils and you compact them, it could take 5 years or longer for air and water to penetrate that hard pan that you created within your garden. We have taken all the soils around the home that were like this, heavy clay, in some areas very red clay, you really had a hard time digging, and we have made those soils now look like this. And there's a couple things that you can do. You can add compost, you can add organic fertilizers, and you're also going to have to get a workout. Watch this. Are you ready for your workout? It's this simple. Just take organic matter, and if you have your own compost pile, that's great. I suggest about 2 inches of organic matter over an area that you're planting. In addition to that, use an organic fertilizer like Plantone. Always read the label directions. I also like to use a mineralizer like green sand. And the term double dig is you're going to dig it twice. By putting it on first, I'm going to mix it in by doing this. And you just work the soil. Two times. Then you're going to go deeper. And you can see some of that clay coming up. And I'm digging down to about 10 to 12 inches deep, probably deeper than a rototiller. Once you're done, you're ready to plant and enjoy your flowers, trees, shrubs, and vegetables for many years to come. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, go to inthegardenradio.com.